Good evening. Thank you for being here and joining us tonight. Just a couple quick things to mention before we continue on with Jazz 2's program. In the rare event of an emergency, there are exits on the sides here. There's also exits out on that side of the bleachers. And for student performers, you can get up behind you. We hope you enjoy tonight's program, and we'll continue on with Jazz 2. okay. Baby, by the way, because I'm not alone if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm not alone if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm not alone if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm not alone if you feel like that's what you want to do.
And they told me I don't use words. Something came like something so sweet. There was a production of concrete. Maybe sometimes got it wrong, but it's alright. Love seems to change. Love stays the same. Don't you hesitate, girl. Put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. Just go ahead and lay your head down. Tell how you feel. I can forget your dreams. Just go ahead and lay your head down. Ooh, you're gonna find yourself somewhere, somehow.
Remember the 21st night of September, love was changing the lives of pretenders, from dancing the clouds away. I'm still dreaming, the key that is closed, was singing as we dance the night. Remember how the stars blew the night away. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Say you remember body, yeah. Dancing in September, body, yeah. Never got the holiday.
Dreams oh, Santa Monica, you've been too good to me. Won't make my mama proud. It's gonna cause a scene. She sees her baby girl. I know she's gonna scream. Every time you're a pink pony girl, and you dance at the club. Just at the club, on the stage in my heels. It's where I belong down Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club. You're insecure, don't know what for. You turn heads when you walk through the door. Don't need makeup to cover up. Being the way that you are is enough. Everyone else in the room can see it. Everyone else for you. Baby, you light up the world like nobody else. The way that you flip your hair gets me overwhelmed. But when you smile at the girl, it ain't hard to tell. You don't know you're beautiful. If only you saw what I can see, you would understand why I
wonderful things about the acapella groups here is that they are student-run. So all of the work that you just heard, the students have done themselves, including the arrangements. They have taught each other how to write and arrange music. So it's a skill that is very marketable, everybody. All right, so I have the lovely honor of introducing our chat cafe. It's a much more laid-back environment, obviously, here at Pops. But if you'd like to catch up with some friends, or you see an alum that you want to say hi to, if you walk right out these double doors, there are lovely places for you to sit, eat, enjoy, and chat while also taking in music. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Collins and the orchestra.
Before we move on, oh sorry, it's really loud. Before we move on to our final orchestra piece where we have the full orchestra perform, I have the honor to award two seniors with some special recognitions. The first one is new for the orchestra. The chorus has been doing a director's award for many years, and the band and orchestra teachers wanted to get in on it because we have such wonderful students to recognize. So this will be the first Orchestra Directors Award that we will give out at Algonquin. And the recipient this year is a wonderful member of the orchestra who has such positive energy every time they come into the room. And I think what stood out the most for me from a student is their ability to take our younger students under their wing and help them in so many different ways. And that was such an admirable thing for the student to do. And it didn't go unnoticed, and it was very helpful for our group. So this year, our first Orchestra Directors Award goes to Michael Genest. And then our next award, this is given out to seniors throughout the country. It's a national award. This is the National Orchestra Award. And as you can see, their names go on a plaque and they hang up in our classroom so students from years to come can remember them. So the National School Orchestra Award is given to a student in recognition of singular merit and outstanding contributions to the success of the school orchestra, and for displaying an unusual degree of loyalty, cooperation, and for exemplifying that high standard of conduct that is the aim of the school instrumental program. And the student's been with us for 4 wonderful years, where she has played fantastic music with us and has been such a brightness in my day every time she comes into the room. And the student is Akshaya Pubitsan.
All right, once again, thank you for being with us tonight. Actually a couple of quick announcements before we play our second song of the set. You may have already ordered, or you may be interested in ordering some delicious treats from Yummy Mummy. Apparently, they're the best brownies that Mrs. Collins has ever eaten. Highly recommended. You can get those for sale in the lobby. There's also waters for sale. And we'd like to give a big shout out to our 8th grade volunteers. Their names are listed in the program underneath the thank yous. We thank you for being with us tonight and helping out. And I'd also like to give a shout out to Jill Arujo, who is one of our fantastic cafeteria servers. And she has done for the last, I don't know how many years, her daughter graduated and son graduated years ago, but she's done all the centerpieces tonight and they look beautiful. So thank you, Jill. We're going to continue on.
our senior parents. It takes a village. There are lovely posters that the underclassmen have made, so if you want to see some of the wonderful well wishes and some of the places that our seniors are going to be off to, check them out on your way out, and seniors, don't forget to take your posters on the way. Okay? If that's it, we're going to finish up our last piece together, and then ladies first from right on.
Before we continue with our second song from Jazz 1, it's my annual honor to give out the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award. And this award is given in recognition of outstanding achievements in the field of jazz as demonstrated through superior musicianship, character, and individual creativity. This student is like, out of all of our students here are really musical people, and music is a huge part of their lives. This kid is like a music scholar of all genres. He constantly surprises me with listening recommendations. He's very active here in our program. He's active throughout the community. And it's just been an honor to have this student here at Algonquin for the last 4 years. This year's award goes to Ben Kahn. All right, our last song of the night from Jazz 1 is going to feature our multi-talented pianist and excellent vocalist, Maria Negaria. Come on in, Maria.
Flying high, you know how I feel.
thank yous. You've already heard from them tonight, but we'd like to thank these 3 parent volunteers who have given years of their time to our programs. They've made our community so much stronger. So I have the honor of giving some flowers to Rachel Jackson. Thank you so much, Rachel.
Another fantastic music parent and just person in general that has given so much time in the past many years. We'd like to thank Michelle Hart.
And music parent extraordinaire, 12 years of helping coordinate Pops Night. She helps me keep my head on straight and manage getting this night happening, months of work leading up to tonight. She's a rock. She's been fantastic. We are going to miss her so very much. Deb Stringy, thank you.
again, my name is Jax, and I sing in the chamber choir at Algonquin here at Algonquin, and I have the opportunity to thank Mrs. Goliger for the past 4 years. Ms. Goliger, or Ms. G as we know her, is the kind of teacher you want to have in high school. Her class is inviting, joyful, and builds camaraderie between members and their director to create lifelong memories and endless joy. I'm most grateful for the enriching choral opportunities Ms. G brings to all of her students, from master's recitals to master classes. Her deep care for her students and their music education shines through every ounce of work she puts into her craft, her music, and us. Thank you, Ms. G, for always being there, always being a real one, and always cheering us on. We love you.
Hi everyone, my name is Akshaya. I've been in the string orchestra for 4 years, and I wanted to say a few words about how much my place in the Algonquin music department has meant so much to me, and especially someone who truly brings it to life. If I had to name one thing that stayed pretty consistent for me through my 4 years, it would definitely be the music department. It was a place where I could breathe, express myself, and belong. Mrs. Collins isn't just a teacher, she's a guide and a cheerleader. Whether we were sounding great on a Friday, Monday, or going note by note to finally get something in tune, she always brought the same energy, patience, and genuine love for me, love for music every single day. She believed in me on the days I didn't even believe in myself. Her encouragements helped me push past my limits, grow not only as a musician, but as a person. So to Mrs. Collins, thank you for reminding me that harmony is something built through collaboration and community rather than produced alone. And to the entire music department, thank you for being my second home and for being my metronome when I lost my beat. Oh, and shout out to Sophie. She helped arrange this beautiful poster for you to sign with as many people as we could get. We all love you so much, and we hope that you love us too. Sorry, I just lost over.
Hello everybody, my name is Ben Kahn. I've worked with Mr. Vincent for 4 years now, in concert band my freshman year, Jazz 1 all 4 years, and in a jazz improv class my sophomore year. I've had the opportunity to learn a lot from him. He's a phenomenal jazz guitarist and a phenomenal musician and band leader, and I've really enjoyed having the chance to work with him these 4 years, and I feel like I've really learned quite a lot. So, yay.
Alright, I was told to keep this short, so I'll keep it short. But I may not be in jazz too, but I'm here to thank Mr. Morrell. Where is he? He's over there. Mr. Morrell, I've worked with him for 3 years. He's a wonderful human being. He has a level of patience that I could never achieve, ever. His capability of teaching students is amazing, and he's always ready to learn new stuff, try new stuff, do whatever, and have fun. And he's the best for that. So thank you, Mr. Morrell.
first one is the National Choral Award. I want to be sure I get this right. This is in recognition of singular merit, ability, and achievement of outstanding contributions to the success of the school vocal program and of an unusual degree of loyalty, cooperation, and high qualities of conduct by the general consent of the music faculty, school officials, and others. This student is a consummate musician. We've gotten to hear from her all night. She is just, if I could have a choir of 100 kids, I'd want 50 of them to be Maria and Aria. And the second award is the Choral Directors Award. This award is going to a student that I thought I was going to lose at the end of her freshman year, and I said, you cannot give this up. It brings you too much joy, and you really are here all the time. There's no reason that you should give this up. And she's been with me for 4 years, and she makes the world a softer place. She takes all of the students under her wing. She leads by example every day, and she is so generous with her time and her talents. I'm so honored to give this to Mira Denton.
right, two more awards to go out tonight. The first one is our Band Directors Award. Goes, there you go. This goes to a student who's been rock in their section, who has been willing to take on multiple parts at a time when we need them covered without hesitation. A very humble and quiet musician who's been a fantastic person to have in our group, and we wish her the best next year at Tufts University. We welcome up here to receive her award, Sophie Kopstein. And lastly, the John Philip Sousa Band Award is given in recognition of outstanding achievement and interest in instrumental music, for singular merit, loyalty, and cooperation, and for displaying those high qualities of conduct that school instrumental music requires. The student's a fantastic musician, a humble musician who plays in multiple genres, and has been a wonderful student to have in our program over the past couple years. Did it cut out again? No, okay. And they're going to Purdue University next year. We're very proud of them. Greg Alberti. All right, and our final number of the night. Thank you for still being here and joining us. That Masked Man.